Welcome to day 112 of our school year. Okay, let's get down our beginning fraction. A total of 180 school days. We're on day 112. Let's think if our numerator is prime or composite. It's an even number, and the only even number that's prime is the number 2, so it's composite. Okay, so we have to find the prime factorization of both our numerator and our denominator. Okay, 180 is even. Half of 18 groups is 9 groups. I could divide by 3, I get 30 groups of 3 out of 90. I could divide by 5, I get 6. I divide by 3, I get 2. When I get to a prime number, I am done. Half of 100 is 50, half of 12 is 6. Half of 5 I can't do, but half of 4 tens is 2 tens, half of 16 is 8. Okay. Half of 28 is 14. Half of 14, I get 7. Right, so I ran out of my room for my prime factorization here, so I'm going to write it up here. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. And 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 7. So it looks like I have 2 groups of 2 in common. So 4 is my greatest common factor, leaving 2 times 2, which is 4 times 7, which is 28 in the numerator, 3 times 3, which is 9, times 5 is 45 in the denominator. Okay, let's go ahead and make our groups of 4. Doesn't matter what your groups of 4 look like, as long as you have 4 in each group, and you keep your shaded separated from your unshaded. Let's find our total groups of 4. The way I made my groups using perfect squares, I have 5 groups in each of my rows, so I'm going to count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 total groups. I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28 shaded in. Alright, let's go ahead and prove our division with our algorithm. So 180 divided into groups of 4, and 112 divided into groups of 4. 4 quarters is 100 cents. Numbers the same, 0 is a game. More on top, no need to stop. Numbers the same, 0 is a game. And 20 times 4 is 80. Numbers the same, 0 is a game. Add our partial quotients. 25 plus 20 is 45. 4 quarters is 100 cents. Or on top, no need to stop. Or on top, no need to stop. Okay, and then 3 times 4 is 12. Numbers the same, 0 is the game. 25, 26, 27, 28. Now we need to check. divisor times quotient plus remainder, divisor times quotient plus remainder. Since our remainder is 0 for both, and the identity property of addition says when you add 0 it stays the same, we don't need to actually add 0. 4 groups of 5 is 20. 4 groups of 4 tens is 16 tens, plus 2 more is 18 tens. 4 groups of 8 is 32. 4 groups of 2 tens is 8 tens. 9, 10, 11 tens. 112, that matches our dividend. 180, that matches our dividend. So our numerator is definitely 28, and our denominator is definitely 45. All right, let's go ahead and fill in our data collection page. Okay, still in trimester 2, week 11. Today is 2/14/2020. Valentine's Day, and our fraction for today is 28/45. Now we will be off for a week for President's Week, but we don't cross out a full week because that ends up wasting paper. But we will be back trimester 2, week 12. We will be back on 2/24/2020. So we will be back on this Monday. So we have one full week off. Okay, but we made groups of 4, so let's go ahead and get out our number line. Okay, and the last one we have is 26/45. 27/45 is equivalent to 36/60. And a 3/5. 3/5 is the simplest form, or equivalent fraction in lowest terms. And then today is 28/45. There's no lines below it because it is our simplest form, or equivalent fraction in lowest terms. But there is an equivalent fraction in the 2's, because 2 is a common factor, but 4 is the greatest common factor. All right, let's go ahead and put your number line away, erase your worksheet, and thank you for joining me.